Hey everyone, my name is Shay. I am from Toronto and I am a licensed financial professional. I decided to become an independent financial professional instead of working for a bank because I can provide a lot more options for my clients. I am also not biased in the solutions that I'm giving my clients as well. And I have partnerships with an array of companies, and it just really allows me to educate people to the full capacity, not have any sort of restrictions on what I can do and how much I can help people. Any moment where I'm able to teach youth is the most memorable, the most important, because say that they're the future, but they really are. They're so smart, they have an amazing imagination, and they're just not taught the fundamentals of money. And so anytime I have a workshop where I get to be around youth, it's an amazing opportunity to pass down everything that I've learned. And also I know that I'm positively impacting the next generation. So I had the opportunity to be a panelist on a segment on TV.
Hey, how do you tell somebody you don't have the income to be spending $8 a day on lattes, so stop it?
So the financial analysis will reveal that. It literally say, based on your income, based on your expenses, this is how much you have at the end of every month, or this is how much you don't have. And I was surrounded by economists. People study money on a larger scale versus me. Right now, I focus on personal finance. There was a lot of things in that conversation where I was like, wow, this is huge. And I don't want to say like out of my scope because I believe in my ability to learn. And these people are on a different level. And so I definitely felt out of my comfort zone at that time. I consider myself to be super fearless, and I always walk into networking events with the mindset that I just want to meet people and have great conversation. So it's actually natural to me. One thing I do tell myself as well is introduce yourself to 5 people. Like I give myself a goal and make it realistic, and I focus more on just the genuine connections instead of like who can I meet and what opportunities can I get out of it. I just go to have a good time, and whatever comes out of it comes out of it. But the benefits of networking is to introduce yourself to people who may not know who you are. You can't assume everybody knows who you are, and I'm very humble in that way where I will introduce myself to people, and sometimes they're like, okay, we know who you are, but I'm like, I don't want to assume that, you know, every room is new to me. And another benefit of networking as well is to improve your speaking skills, because you have to be able to introduce yourself, describe your business, and show people why they need to believe in you and support you. And that's a great way to do it, to speak to complete strangers. One thing that I think is often left out of the conversation when it comes to money is money mindset, self-confidence, self-love. Those things are extremely important, and being able to recognize habits that are unhealthy and that aren't working, figuring out a way to unlearn those things to move towards a better future. So there are a lot of stereotypes about low income, marginalized communities, and most of them are surrounded around habits, but there's a lot of things that we weren't taught, and so we do what we know. The thing that I really incorporate in my business is self-confidence and learning how to build a better relationship with yourself, because how you feel about yourself directly impacts your relationship with money. And a couple ways that I empower people is to look at financial habits and financial decisions that they've made and make peace with that, because you can't change the past. And learn, and also being open-minded to learning about new concepts, new financial tips, new financial habits. But the empathy and the confidence and the patience that I have and give my clients definitely helps to empower them. So for first-time clients, to make the experience a lot less intimidating, I just look at talking about money a casual conversation. It's very informal. The first appointment is simply getting to know my client and them getting to know me. I share my story of why I decided to explore the financial space. I share stories of when I didn't have any money and when my credit score was horrible, so they can relate to that and they can see a little bit of them in me, and I can show them that, hey, you know, I may know a little bit more than you, but I'm never gonna make you feel bad for that. Creating that comfortable environment. And I go through something called a financial needs analysis, which essentially tells a story of what your numbers do. It'll outline outline what your cash flow should be at the end of every month based on your income and your expenses. So if you should have an excess to save, or if you are actually in the negative, it will outline that. And I like this method versus a regular budgeting sheet because it tells a story of your situation and it shows you where you are, what you have, what's missing, and what you need to implement in order to reach your goals. Some wisdom I'd like to share to aspiring Black entrepreneurs is to watch your own pockets. If you ever feel like you're not enough, it's because you're spending too much time on social media. I want you to go outside, feel the sun, touch some grass, and I also want you to think about what you truly want in your life, because looking at other people and what they have and what they're doing can cloud your vision of what you want in your life. Whatever dreams you have, they're attainable and they are valid, and you want to focus on those. Also, comparing yourself to other people is a sure way to being perpetually unhappy. You want to look to people for inspiration, but never wish for their life because you never know what they're going through. And another thing also is to always know that you are enough and you are brilliant and you can do all the things that your heart desires. I have a crazy idea to create a merch line. I have my hoodie assets over everything. I have tote bags, I have hats, I have t-shirts. I'm launching that at the Stacked Market on February 24th and 25th from 12 to 5 p.m. I will probably do another launch because everyone keeps telling me that I'm gonna sell out. Planning to do another launch with different colors and maybe implement some new products as well. But I'm super excited because everything I created is what I actually would wear and I actually do wear. And so I just want to share a little piece of finance for the culture with the world. My name is Shay. I'm humble and hustlin'. What's your hustle?